Welcome to Tarot in White Gloves, where we get into the cloud and see what we see. This is for Capricorns, you versus them. Remember, I read for current energy, and as it flows over the next 30 days, we're going to dive into feelings, thoughts, wants, and actions after we read the pre-shuffle energy. So as I was meditating, I was hearing, crazy for you, touch me once, and you know it's true. If you know the lyrics to the song, you can put them down in comments. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. We are still brand new and growing. I do read for soul tribes, soulmate, and soul twins. And we're going to go ahead and get into it. So at the center, in the pre-shuffle, I did draw up for take a break. So this energy is around the lessons that your soul is learning in this connection from the other person. It could be a lesson one of you, but more likely both of you are learning to some degree, which is around taking a break. Life's work, not a season of work. So getting off the treadmill and taking some time to yourself. So this energy is teaching you in this connection with this person, that it's okay to take a break. Enjoy your life. Take a moment from your busy schedule. A lot of you might have a lot going on. Appreciate and acknowledge everything you've achieved, that you've done and accomplished. So before you rush on to your next thing, to your next job or your next commitment or your next whatever it is, this is just a reminder to regather your mind, your body, your spirit, recalibrate, appreciate, celebrate. Recalibrate, appreciate, and celebrate. Some of you have completed big projects. You've started something or ended something significant in your life. You've released an old way of being. Or some of you might feel like you're burning the candle at both ends. So this is a reminder again to take a break. Remember that you are in a process of things. You don't have to accomplish every single thing that you are wanting to do. And I know this is really hard for certain personality types, but this is a lesson of, life is a journey. It's not a sprint. And we take all of those little steps by step that gets us to the end of the road. And when we get to each step, we need to take time to recalibrate, rest, appreciate, celebrate, right? We did get a reoccurring thematic energy as well, which is from the recent past and or over the next 30 days. And this is about only you, someday, somewhere, another time. So, but this did come out in the reverse. So there's a feeling that some of you are holding on to this person and hoping for someday, somewhere, somehow, another time, something in this can work out or will be together. But this did come out in the reverse. So this feels like for many of you, that time is now. Maybe there's a reunion for many of you, a coming together, an alignment, a reconciliation. For many of you, it may also just feel like maybe if you were together in a commitment and your person was away for a long period of time for work or for whatnot, it's like, okay, this person's back, or I'm not aching for this person's company anymore because we're actually together now. So this just feels like there's something in the air in your connection. Again, with the meditation, crazy for you, where it feels like you had a focus on your person for a while, but that focus is shifting for whatever reason. For some of you, it may just be that feeling is just dissipating. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in a little bit more. We're going to jump into your person first, or sorry, Capricorn first, and then Capricorn's person over here. Remember, we do have a collective that we do, and that is on Wednesdays. And of course, our deep dive into your sign is on Saturdays. So we did get snake energy in the pre-shuffle for Capricorn. So we're going to go ahead and draw for some more energy. Most useful, beneficial information. Thank you, Divine Creator, for channeled guidance, love, light, healing, wisdom, and understanding. All right, and we're going to go ahead and do your person. And remember, take what resonates and leave the rest. Capricorn, if you feel like you're here and your person is on this side, you can flip the energy. It is a general. Oh, you guys are wanting to speak today. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and dive in. And what I see over here, let me put these cards down. What I see over here for Capricorn, and then we're going to dive into perspectives as it is connected to your soul's lesson over the next 30 days. We do get a snake energy for Capricorn, followed by the Seven of Swords, and we do have our Devil energy. But this came out in the reverse. So the snake energy is like, it's time for you to wake up. It's time for you to awaken. It's time for you to tap into that power, that magic within you, creative potential. Some of you may be really artistic, creative, and it's like, but you're snuffing it out. You're snuffing out your potentials. You're snuffing out your magic, your creativity. You're snuffing out your own miracles. And so this energy is saying you have so much unawoken or unawakened, depending on where you're from, potential within. And this energy is all about saying there's no more time to waste. Remember your prosperous, creative, charismatic side. And there's an energy inside of you that's trying to wake up, that wants to wake up, that you need to listen to. And it could be creative, artistic, magical, intuitive kind of energies. But yeah, that's what snake is all about. So there might be something that you feel, Capricorn, or a cross watcher, that you feel about your Capricorn that feels a little like this magical, creative, deeper than surface kind of quality that this person has going on inside. And it's like you can see all the potentials within, but it's just not waking up. It's just not opening up. So what we get for our Devil energy and our Seven of Swords. All right, so as we dive deeper into your next two energies, it's interesting that the Devil is in reverse, because there's a sense of being trapped or not awake to what's going on around you, not finding a solution, or feeling like you can't get a solution, or you're trapped in something, or you're just not awake is the word that comes to mind, which is what was also coming from snake. There's something inside of you that needs to wake up. There's two strong energies saying that you're not awake enough. You need to wake up. There's a situation here that you need to deal with. And the Seven of Swords is avoiding it. Maybe it can be denying it, running away from it, running toward that which you can take advantage of instead of dealing with what you need to deal with. This feels like energy that's saying, I'm stuck in an unhealthy cycle, and I'm not waking up to the reality of what I need to do to work on it. And as I say cycle, I notice the snake's cyclic pattern here, going around and around and around. And it's like, when are you going to wake up to the unhealthy cycle that you're perpetuating in your life or with this person, within yourself? When are you going to stop avoiding or denying or running away from that which needs to be dealt with? So what I get in the center of the Capricorn energy is strong, avoidance, running away from a situation. And on either side, it feels like an unhealthy cycle that's going round and round. And both energies are saying you need to wake up to your own magic, your own power within. Like that Wizard of Oz movie with Dorothy, and she clicks her heels and she's like, you had the power all along within you. So this is what I'm getting from Capricorn right now. Remember, you can also flip the energy. Capricorn, you might be here and your person might be here. Take it as it resonates for your situation. There's many people who watch. So perception is this is the perspective that Capricorn is gaining. The gained understanding, the higher understanding of perspective, like your mind elevating to another level. your emotions, your perspective elevating to a higher level through the lessons that are being learned in this connection. And I feel like a lot of this is going to be integrated when you take a break. When you take a break from work, from connection, from your life, and it's like you are just in your downtime, or you're going on a nature walk, you're meditating, you're doing, journaling, painting. For some of you, that might be, a temple, a church. There's going to be different scenarios for each person, but it's your downtime that allows you to really feel inside yourself, your own spirit. And it feels like that's when you're going to be integrating a lot of these lessons. When you learn how to take a break, you might have a workaholic problem. Is coming through for a lot of you too. So perceptions. So this is energy that means that your perception of things matters, and that they're true. And to be wary of people that are trying to gaslight you or make you believe something different, to undermine yourself or the way that you perceive yourself or the world around you. This is a strong energy around developing your own eyes, your own ears, your own perception. And really, I feel it's strongly linked to waking up. It's like you're asleep and you're not really seeing through your own eyes, your own ears, what other people tell you. That's what you're going to believe. You're swayed by gossip or reputation, some sort of third party situation. And this is like, you need to listen. You're learning to listen to yourself with your own perceptions of what you see and hear. And it's not necessarily just in an earthly sense, right? This is also in a spiritual sense. This is meaning what you're seeing, what you're feeling, your third eye, your crowning energy, your own emotion and intuition as well. You might feel clouded, your thoughts and your emotions. So the encouragement's to distance yourself from what others are saying, detach emotionally, quiet your judgments, clear your thoughts, find a quiet place. Again, a reminder of maybe a walk in nature, or go somewhere where you can relax. Let your instincts guide you, so that you can become clear about what you think and what you feel, and let your soul speak to you. So this is a strong energy about letting your soul wake up and be listening to what your soul is telling you, so that you don't keep repeating the same cycles over and over. So this is a perspective that you're gaining in this connection. So let's go ahead and dive into our bread of life, what we drew from in the pre-shuffle. We have those who humble themselves will be exalted, Matthew 23:12. So this is a value of 5 and 3. Altogether, this is an 8, which is a strong energy of saying you're going to progress forward. It's not a strong emotional energy, but it's an energy of, and again, this is about humbling. So this is about putting your pride aside, putting your ego aside, putting a lot of times we get in, our ego is filled with fear and pride and stubbornness. And pride and stubbornness are characteristics of that ego mind, that pride mind that says, I can do better. I'm going to hold on to, it's fear energy. I'm going to hold on to all of these lies that I learned from society or from the world so that I can be safe. And we all want to be safe, but this is a reminder to be humble. Because so when you learn to humble, when you learn humility, you're letting go of pride, you're letting go of ego. So you're letting go of those false constructs that we build around ourselves to keep ourselves safe, which is a false illusion of safety, so that you can have true safety, true power, which is within and above, right? And that's what this energy is saying. To listen to your own soul, to wake up, and to stop running from yourself, to keep repeating those unhealthy cycles. That's what you need to do. And one of the strongest lessons you're learning is around taking a break in order to integrate all of this emotional, intuitive, and thoughtful information. This also does have a value of 5 and 3, and we do get the 1551. Some of you might want to look that up and put that down, what the spiritual value of 1551 is. But this is also a 6-6, which is a 12, which is a 3 numerically. So we get a 333. So for some of you, you may be seeing 333 as well as confirmation that this is for you. So we're going to go ahead and dive into your person. So Capricorn, your person, or the crosswatcher's energy. We get Lion in the current energy. We do have a 4 of coins, and we have our Page of Cups. So your person, this is a very victorious, strong, a master of the fire energy. This was a very earth energy, like trying to ground yourself energy. This energy is fire, passionate, in your soul kind of energy, in your motivation. You found the right direction. This is victorious, strong, confident energy. So your person, there's also a real patience, regal. It's a peaceful strength. It's like they're not trying to show off. It's like it's just there within them. This type of energy that they're feeling, at least over the next 30 days, has to do with personal and spiritual growth. So your person may be really focused or open to spiritual and personal growth. The Lion can seem intimidating though, right? But they're very gentle when they're your friend. But this is a reminder about that self-mastery. So your person is going to be mastering a lot of things within themselves. Personal growth, spiritual growth, a very fiery energy that's coming off of them, passionate, motivated, a quiet confidence. But we also get energy that feels a bit possessive or controlling, holding on too tightly to things, maybe a little bit stingy. But also this energy feels very, so that there might be a little bit of an emotional immaturity in their energy with the way that they're coming across in the connection with you. You might feel like they need to grow up a little, emotionally. They're a bit too controlling or possessive or jealous or they're stingy. But this energy feels also fresh, like open to be vulnerable, open to love, but also possessive of it at the same time. So that's what I'm picking up in your person's energy. Let's go ahead and dive into their perspective. What is the perspective? Their elevated, emotional, intuitive, and mind perspective that they're gaining from this connection, from the integration during the breaks that the encouragement is to be taking, that you're learning in this connection to integrate the information in through breaks. So this is all about knowing what you want and going for it, knowing the forces that are influencing you, your decisions, your own setbacks, and that when disasters come, that you deal with it, you move on, you don't let it destroy you. This energy has to do with shifting limiting beliefs. Again, a strong creative energy, insightful and confident, and releasing that force that you have within you of creativity and insight and confidence. And instead of just hoping for change, actually doing it, acting, putting the wheels in motion toward the change that you want within yourself, within the connection. This is a reminder that you have the power to free yourself from guilt, fear that hold you back. You choose to let go. You choose to hold on. And so you are the master of releasing the blocks in the divine plan of your life. So it says be free, Remove the doubt, be moved to hope as love and clarity flow within you. So that's what this energy is all around. So this is the perspective that your person is gaining. They're learning all about motion, movement, how they're responsible for what happens in their life, the transitions they're going through, the transitions in the connection, that they need to take responsibility for their own movements in life, because what we are, we attract. And when we don't want that, we don't attract it anymore. We put it aside, right? So let's go ahead and dive into our feelings, thoughts, wants, and actions. Feelings for Capricorn. All right, I'm going to take those. They don't feel intentional. Feelings for our Capricorn. Feelings for Capricorn, most useful, beneficial information for soul tribe, soulmate, soul twin, the collective for Capricorn. All right. The Son of Wands. So this did fall out in the reverse. This is our Knight. Glad to see it in reverse. Let's see what else comes out. All right, our Hierophant. Very nice energy, Capricorn. How are they feeling about this connection, their person? The Chariot, so there's, yeah, something is stuck here. All right. I'm going to flip that there. All right, so what I get for feelings, so let's push these here. Our Knight of Wands reversed, our Hierophant, our Chariot in reverse. So what this energy is saying is the Capricorn feels very committed to their person. They feel like, you know, if this could be, or going toward, or at least this is how they feel, something more solid, committed, marriage, living together kind of energy. This energy is a very strong, I choose you energy. And this energy here is saying, I don't want to play around. I don't want to be in and out. I don't want to be a player. I don't want to be fooling around with other people. I want something more committed here. These two together is, but because this is the energy that came out and it's in the reverse, it feels like maybe that was a history you guys had, or maybe a problem this guy or girl is trying to deal with. Especially since the unhealthy cycles come up here, that and running energy trying to avoid. So there may be something that feels in and out about this person, you know, cross watcher, your Capricorn. Again, be real with yourself, Capricorn. You might be here and your person might be here. But this energy right here is like, I don't want that anymore. I don't want to be the in and out. I don't want to be the player. I choose you. I feel committed to you. And this is a really strong divine masculine energy as well, especially with mirror souls. So this might be the divine masculine. Take gender as it resonates on this side of the energy, or they might feel that way about you. You might be the divine masculine that they are feeling. We'll get a bit more information. So the Chariot here is feeling stuck though. They're feeling like they don't know how to move forward, or they can't move forward. They're stuck. Again, that's this energy too. This is like feeling trapped, feeling stuck, needing to wake up around your own power, your own ability to break out of unhealthy cycles that you keep repeating. But they're feeling stuck. They're feeling like, I can't move forward. I don't know what to do. This is a strong Cancer energy, and this is a strong Taurus energy. Of course, we have strong Capricorn energy showing up as well right here. And Sag energy. So Sag, Taurus, Capricorn, and Cancer. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into the feelings of your person or the cross watcher. Oh, I was going to go into their energy. energy. So their energy may be influencing you, cross-watcher, a bit, as I was wanting to dive into their energy to draw for your feelings. Your feelings may be influenced by them, their own feelings. All right, so feelings for Capricorn's person, most useful, beneficial information. Okay, so we're getting the 5 of Stones in reverse. It doesn't feel like that wants to come out. All right, the Mirror, the energy of 12 in reverse. Wow, a lot of major arcanas are coming out. You also have the Devil energy. And the Devil energy is up front, forward. So what I'm getting for your person, the cross-watcher, we do have our 5 of Stones reversed. The Mirror is the Hangman in this deck reversed, and our Devil energy. So this feels like your person, there might have been a period where they felt like there was abandonment here, or maybe you weren't showing up. But right now it feels like you guys are together, or someone is showing up differently than they were in the past, where it was like they weren't there, but now they are there. This is also endurance. This is like, I'm enduring it, I'm working through it, or putting up with it, or I'm not quitting energy. And this is a focus on what they have, what they do have, what's here, instead of focusing on what's lacking, right? So they're feeling like either more is here for them right now, whereas before maybe it wasn't. And remember, this is in the recent past and over the next 30 days. Or, you know, they are not quitting, they're enduring, they're fighting the good fight to get to where you guys are more solid together. But this is, you know, this has a reflection in the background of some sort of not showing up, not having enough, or being abandoned. So it feels like that might have been in the air at some point with you guys. But it's like, all right, I'm enduring and we're together now. Our plans are to be together at least, and I'm focusing on what we have. This energy feels like trying to force things, trying to control things. Remember, we got that energy here as well, which is all about possessing, jealousy, control. And that energy shows up again right underneath. So this is like saying, I'm trying to force things, control things, possess things. Some jealousy might be coming up, you know. I'm fighting the good fight, I'm enduring, but I'm holding on maybe too tightly. And so the encouragement around that would be to let go, let God, to trust the process, to trust God. A lot of times when we're not in humble mode, when we're not in humility, we're in pride, we're in ego, that's what happens. We don't trust. We control, we hold on, we possess, we get jealous, we run away. Running away is an opposite energy of controlling. Control usually comes out when people are feeling anxious, and running away usually comes out when people are feeling like they want to avoid things, or they have avoidant tendencies. So it feels like the two of you are on opposite spectrum. Someone's more anxious, someone's more avoidant, and that's the center of this person's energy, avoidancy, and that's the center of this person's energy, which is anxious, control, possessing, while this person's running. But I do see that this person feels at the core of it, it's like they want this connection, they feel connected to you. It's just they're not tapping into their own soul's perception and power and waking up to their own healing abilities. So we do get Devil on this side of the energy too. So they might feel like you, you know, like you have a lot of focus on the material realm, workaholicism, because this energy, of course, is control and possessive, they're trying to control, possess the cycle, the unhealthy cycle that you guys are going through or that you're going through. They're trying to take control of that to make it work or make it heal or help you. But in the upright, you know, a lot of times it's more positive than in the upside down view. Like the upside down world in Stranger Things. This is, you know, in the upside, it's like there's too much focus on the material realm. There's too much focus on, it feels like, so that the eye symbol is really strong in the devil energy because it comes out of Egypt from the eye hieroglyph, from the Apep demon out of Egypt. And again, we're getting eye symbolism here, which is about waking up, because when your eyes are closed, you're not seeing, you're not perceiving, right? And when your eyes are open, then you're perceiving, you're able to see. Your third eye's open, your crowning energy's open, you're waking up. So it feels like there's something about this that your person is trying to control or possess or take care of. And maybe they need to let go and let God more, because they're trying to take a hold of this cycle that you guys are going through, the unhealthy pattern. And it might have to do with workaholism too. That might be an escape that this person does in order to deal with life or connection or the emotions that they don't want to look at. All right, so let's go into perceptions. Remember, perceptions aren't necessarily true. They're just what you or your person is perceiving their connection to be, or their person to be. So it's their truth, it's their personal truth. So perceptions. Okay, we do get our High Priestess falling out in reverse. And we do get our Four of Cups energy. How are they perceiving this connection or their person? Most useful, beneficial information. All right, we also get the Father of Cups, the King of Cups. So again, it's interesting because this is their perception, but what they're learning is to have a new perception, to perceive things in a different light, or from their soul, not necessarily from their shut eye. So the perception here is the High Priestess reverse, Four of Cups in the upright, and our King of Cups in the upright. So this energy feels like they perceive you as their happiness, this connection as their happiness, their everything. Their head and heart alignment, you know, what they want, what will bring them their emotional fulfillment. But it's like they're perceiving the avoidance in this. It's like it's being avoided, and it's like they're not really sure what to do or how to make this right. Like this is having your third eye or your crown chakra shut, closed. Again, this is like you're not waking up. This is a very similar, familiar energy as this energy and this energy and this energy. This is another message of a similar thing, which is like that perception is within you, that knowing is within you, but it's like your eyes are closed and you're not opening up your eyes. And so you can't see. It's like you're in the dark about this connection, about your person. And there's a withdrawal energy tendency in the perception. Like they're perceiving this connection as their happiness. but they're not really sure what to do about the withdrawal, the avoidance. And I feel like that is a cycle that this connection goes in between the two of you, that makes it feel like you're not there, but maybe you'll be there again someday, somewhere, another time. You're not there, but now you're there again. And that can be physically, like in distance, but that could also be emotionally. So take it as it resonates for your situation. We're going to go ahead and dive into perceptions. How is your person, the crosswatcher, perceiving this connection? Most useful, beneficial information. How is your person perceiving this connection? Or perceiving you. All right, this is so interesting because we get the sun energy, which is like the opposite of the high priestess in reverse. This is like opening your eyes, being clear, having clarity, a strong soulmate, soul twin energy. Like I see the soul purpose here. I'm acknowledging within my conscious mind what this is, what this connection is, who you are to me. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. That's what this feels like. What is in the mind space of the perceptions of the crosswatcher or Capricorn's person? All right, the 3 of arrows, but it came out in reverse. So this feels like letting go of the hurt, letting go of the pain, understanding whatever pain or hurt you felt in this connection, you're understanding where it came from and why, and there's healing around that. There's more positivity, joy, and hope. You're trying to let go of also jealousy. Like there could have been a jealousy streak, of course, that, you know, we're feeling here and here. And it feels like the perception of your person in your mind in the mind space of your person is trying to let go of the jealousy, seeing the control, the jealousy, the possessiveness, and seeing the holding on too tightly and trying to release that. They're seeing their part in it. They're understanding their part to play. I'm not going to take those. And perception in the mind space of Capricorn's person. Most useful, beneficial information. So we do get the, wow, Queen of Vessels. This is really interesting because Capricorn, you got the King over here. And Capricorn's person's getting the Queen. So this is the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, a united pair. So you are perceiving your person as the King of Cups. Your person is perceiving you as the Queen of Cups. So it might be the masculine energy here and the feminine energy here is what it's feeling like. But take it as it resonates for your situation. Remember, this isn't about gender. This is just about energy. So, yeah, you feel like your person is your happiness, your go-to happy fulfillment, your happy place. Everything you want and more is what comes to mind. It's like you both feel like together you'd be the perfect pair. You'd have that fulfilling abundance and emotional satisfaction. You might perceive your person in this connection as something that is able to provide emotional support and availability, but this person is perceiving this connection or you as, which is funny because it's them, and I see in their energy that they're the one that's running. And so it feels like even though they're perceiving you or this connection as avoiding or running from the love, not really sure what to do about that. This is in their mind space, so it's like I don't feel like they're perceiving you that way, but they're perceiving the connection that way. It's like they're projecting something about themselves onto the connection, and it's like it's coming from them. But you over here, you're like, I can see the emotional happiness here. I understand where the pain has come from. I'm releasing it, releasing jealousies. I have a lot more clarity on this connection about you. So let's go ahead and dive a little farther. They might also see that magical quality within you, because the Queen of Vessels is very intuitive, connected to their psychic gifts, which we all possess. We just have to listen. And they might see that in you. They see a strong ability in you, because this is in their perception space. So they know that you just have to open your eyes. All right, let's go ahead and dive into what you want. What is Capricorn wanting? Remember, I read for current energy, and then as it flows over the next 30 days, you're captain of your ship. You can speed up, slow down, stop the boat, turn around. This is just a snapshot of your energy. All right, we do get the Seven of Cups. Wow. Okay, interesting. And the Father of Wands reversed. What is the Seven of Cups about? Huh, okay. So the Capricorn, remember we got this really stuck energy. They feel like things are stuck, they're stuck, the connection's stuck. They don't know how to move forward, they don't know what to do. They don't want player energy here. They don't want in and out. They're kind of in the dark about how to not avoid or miss out on the love. Whether that's coming from them directly or the way that the connection flows back and forth. Maybe there are things that you do that triggers them, and so they blame you or feel like it's coming from you when in fact it's coming from them. But, you know, take responsibility for your own energy too, because I see a lot of possessive, controlling energy, which is anxious on this side. Okay, so this energy here, what Capricorn wants is the ability to move forward in a decision, in knowing what they want and knowing what to do, and not feeling like they are leaving behind the love that they want or missing out on the love that they want. They want to be able to put all the pieces back together, and move forward. And they want to be in their power. They want to, the Father of Wands reversed is like, I'm lacking my confidence, I'm lacking my motivation, or I'm not listening to my soul. I don't know what direction I'm going in. I'm maybe feeling out of sorts or bossy, angry, moody. There might be this kind of energy coming up in them in the next 30 days. It's a very strong, moody Aries or Leo energy. So this feels like you know, they're feeling a bit moody and angry in what to do. They want to be able to move forward, put the pieces together that are broken within them, within the connection, to be able to make a decision that serves them and you in the connection for the best. And they don't want to be all moody and angry, you know. Or they do want that fire in themselves to get that done. So we do see a strong Aries, Leo here. We have a strong Cancer, Scorpio energy, and Pisces. On this side, we have a strong Leo, Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn, Pisces, another strong Leo. Those are the signs, but take what resonates. And let's go ahead and dive into what does your person want. We're going to move this up a bit. What does your person want? What does your person want? All right, this flew out into the future, and the Ace of Vessels reversed, and the King of Arrows. Go ahead and get one more. And the Empress, which is the green woman in reverse, also came out in what they want. You know, that is so funny because the Empress is a very strong, similar energy to the Father of Wands, and you both have that here as well. You guys have some mirror energy going on and exact opposite energies as well, which is something that mirror souls do a lot. They have an opposite core and then externally a lot of similarities. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into what does your person want? What does the cross watcher want? This feels like honest communication, truth here. Sorry, this is your Knight of Arrows, not King. Your Knight of Arrows. So your Knight shows up a lot of times when someone is avoiding something, or your communications are angry, moody communications. It can be fighting. And so this feels like your person is wanting those open and honest communications, but more so they don't want this avoidance. Like something is being avoided in the communication. Something needs to be said that's not being said. Or you guys are arguing and going around and around about something that you're arguing about. And it's like they don't want that argument anymore. They don't want to avoid what needs to be said. Something's really important that needs to be talked about. And the Ace of Cups is in reverse. But this is the future energy. So this feels like and this is divine feminine energy. This is divine masculine. This is also soul purpose or soul contracts, and this is soul purpose energy. So it feels like both of you are kind of on the same page in terms of what is our soul contract here? What is our soul purpose here? Are we doing it? Are we fulfilling it? Because it feels like it's in reverse right now for both of you. And It's in your wants though. So it's like you're aware of it. You're aware of this contract. You're aware of the purpose that your soul is learning here. But something's stuck. Something's blocked. And this feels like your person wants those communications that need to happen between you, but they don't want to open themselves up completely. They want to still kind of protect their heart, protect their love until they know that they're on a good ground with you, where your soul purposes and soul contracts are being fulfilled, where you're not running from them, or they're not trying to control you or control it anymore, where that is flowing naturally. They want to be able to feel safe so they can open up their heart, their love, and they want to be able to know their soul purposes here. They want to be able to align this with you so you both can fulfill your contracts and purposes rather than blocking them. This energy feels like they might feel like they're being neglected or not taking care of themselves like they need to, or not showing up for themselves, or they feel like you're not showing up for themselves and they're feeling neglected by you and by themselves. Or, you know, both of you are in an energy where you both need to take care of yourselves better, take care of each other better, the connection better. It's like the nurturing, loving qualities are all reversed right now, and so it's like, you know, it's good that this energy is focusing on what you have, because we're feeling earlier that there's some sort of abandonment here or not showing up for the connection or your person here in the background. But it's like, I'm going to focus on what we have. And again, this energy is like, what they want is to feel taken care of. They want to feel nurtured. They want that self-love, self-care. They want to feel balance. They want that motherly, this is a motherly energy, like taking care of, like a mother takes care of the baby kind of energy, you know. But right now it's in reverse. It's like feeling neglected, like this energy is feeling neglected, except focusing on what you have. So it's like they want those purposes. They want that motherly love for themselves, giving it for themselves or from you. All right, let's go ahead and dive into actions. So before we get to actions, if you watch my channel, you know I like to dive into the major action that will be taking place, the major action for Capricorn. All right, we do get our Zadi. So Zadi is our star that does go back to the divine principality out of Egypt, the Shai, the god Shai, which is really just a divine principality. You can see the viper tongue. The Zadi even looks like the viper tongue. You can watch my learning channel to learn more about the Egypt glyphs and Hebrew letters and arcana, and why I connect everything the way I do through the archaeological evidence and historical evidence as well as mystical evidence. But so the Zadi is, this is an Aquarius, by the way, an Aquarian energy. So the major strong event that will be taking place on the Capricorn side has a strong Aquarian vibe to it. It might be feeling even a bit rebellious. It can also feel a bit detached too, but it's very emotional. They just detach from their emotions a lot to deal with them, but they carry the emotions there. But this energy is all about healing, fate, your destiny, the right timing. That someday, somewhere, another time feels like right now. So this healing of the heart feels like it's right now. It's the time for it. And that's the most major event that's going to be taking place on this side. So let's go ahead and dive into, it's all about the healing. Are you healing? What are you healing? It's time for healing. And iron. Right, so this is the strongest energy that we get from, when you turn it this way, you can see the eye pattern, the eyeball, and then the eye, if you draw that line there. Iron comes from the Egyptian glyph eye, which we saw earlier here as well with the devil. We're getting that devil energy again. So the most major event, it's interesting, from your side of the energy is all about that devil, unhealthy cycle, workaholism. These are unhealthy patterns. Sometimes it's addictions, temptations, a lot of ego, pride, standing in the way of needing to do the work within yourself to open your eyes. This is like needing to open your eyes. It's the right time to open your eyes, the right time to awake, to heal those unhealthy patterns, cycles. And it feels like your person is really focused on those unhealthy patterns, cycles, those unhealthy cycles, the workaholism, and you are focused on, you're bringing in that healing, the right timing, of faded energy. This is also another strong Aquarius. These are both Aquarian energies coming together. Because this is a Fool. This is the Fool energy. And this is the Star. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into actions. As I say that, the bottom of the deck is our Star. Our healing, right time, faded energy. All right, so what do we get for actions? Actions. Most useful, beneficial information. The Mother of Swords. That's interesting because we got our Knight of Arrows over here, which is our Knight of Swords. Actions. Most useful, beneficial information for soul tribes, soulmates, soul twins. Actions from Capricorn's side. That doesn't feel intentional. Actions from Capricorn's side. Wow. King of Pentacles. This one also wants to come out. I do want to get one more though. Actions. All right. So the first two are beautiful, strong energies. This is our Queen of Swords and King of Pentacles. This is like communicating, telling the truth, being open, honest, taking action toward commitment. You know, that strong committal energy that was up here at the very beginning. It looks like this is also the energy at the end for actions, which is all around that commitment, that feeling like they're choosing you as their person. This is a very strong husband energy as well, where it's like protector, provider. It feels like a very strong masculine energy. This is doing it, you know. The masculine side of the energy is the doing, the actions. The feminine side of the energy is the communicative, sometimes telepathic part of the energy. So this feels really beautiful. Their actions seem like genuine intentions and open, honest, communicating, wanting to build what's solid here, you know, commitment, choosing you, a foundation, living together, a marriage, whatever that is for your scenario. And this part of the energy is like releasing control, releasing possessiveness, jealousies, like letting go and letting God, no longer feeling like they don't have enough or in a lack mentality, letting go of fear. And this energy is like harmonious, spending time together, hanging out, having drinks, relaxing. You know, it's a positive vibe. All right, so let's go ahead and get energy for your person's actions. Your person's actions, most useful, beneficial information. All right, we do get our 2 of stones. 7 of bows. Our moon. Why our moon? All right, so actions that your person is taking over the next 30 days. Where to put these cards? So the actions are the 2 of swords, 7 of bows, the moon, and justice, which is the wood word in this deck. So this feels like your person has a lot going on. They're balancing a lot. But this is also small steps forward, taking small steps forward towards you, toward the commitment, trusting a bit, taking care of business. But they're also protecting their heart. You know, they're fighting for this, but at the same time, they're trying to be smart about it, head over heart kind of mindset. They're not really sure what the right answer here is to make things fair between you guys, between you two. They're not sure what that path is to do or what needs to be taken or done here exactly to make things fair, but it feels like they're willing to take those small steps with you. But as they protect themselves and take care of themselves. All right, so that's what I have coming out in the energy. Let's go ahead and dive into the angel advice, which is 1515, which is a 6, 6, or 12, or 3. So, and we also have the 3 from the bread of life. So 333 again might be confirmation, a number you're seeing. Hold your vision, manifestation, abundance, prosperity, dreams, vision, success. Focus on the positive. Keep your attention on the outcomes you desire. Now is the time to invest your faith and energy into your ideas, pursuing goals with all your strength. Your spirit's beautiful, courageous, brave. Embrace it as you work toward your dreams. All right, and quickly, for those who want to look at some of the soul energy, we get some earth energy, soul energy here, strong emotional energy, soul energy. All right, so that's on this side. And on your person's side, some soul energy here, strong emotional energy, soul energy. All right, so we do get the soul contracts, which aren't being played out right now. We get a divine feminine energy that feels blocked. We get a divine masculine of commitments and choices, which is open, wanting, willing. And on the other side of the energy, we do get soul purposes, which feel blocked right now. And a strong soul mirror energy, soulmate energy that feels very open and letting the light in. We get 2 very strong emotional energies, a lot of love between you. And a grounding earth energy that wants to be solidified on this earth. Okay, so that's what we have for you. Thank you so much for joining. I will see you in the next 30 days. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment.